Hey, Ashmita. Very good afternoon. Ashok here. So we will start. I'll start with congratulations. We'll start the meeting in another 5 minutes. Am I audible? Okay, wonderful. Somehow I'm not able to hear you. Let me check my mic settings. I cannot hear you. Other members of the panel can hear Ashmita? Can anyone confirm? Yeah, okay. That's weird. No, okay. Uh, could you check your mic, Ashmita? I can see your video. I want to see if your mic is working.
Ashmita, you're on mute, I guess.
No, she is not in mute. I think it's with the mic. If you're using a headphone, you can plug it again and see if it works.
Hello.
Now it's perfect.
Yeah, now it's good. Audible.
I can hear as well. Thank you. Hello, good evening, everyone, and welcome to another success story.
Let's change the career or transition to a data science role. Hello, good evening, everyone, and welcome to. Wow, I was playing my own video on the other side. I'll start with open questions. And before starting this, thank you everyone for joining the session to learn from our experience from this moment. And this will be shared back to you whoever registered for this webinar, attended this webinar. They will get this recording after this. Alright, Ashmita, thank you very much again. Maybe we can start with open questions. Just tell your profile, please.
Um, can you come again? It's
Your voice is not audible. Let me see if it is. Yeah, I think we have the same problem. Could you? I cannot hear you. I guess others cannot hear you as well. Can you say something, Ashmita? I still can't hear you.
I think Ashok, there is some issues from
You can check
your
your
side.
mic and there will be settings. So maybe your mic channel is selected separately. I see that you check that if your headphone is being selected as the mic.
Hi team, this is some technical issues. Give us some time. We're checking.
Please continue. If my internet is an issue, you please continue, Ashmita. If others can hear, could you confirm, please? Just give me a second. I'm trying to contact DataMites if you guys still hear me. If not, or is Ashmita audible? Okay, could you take over then? And also, I'm gonna make you host now. I'll rejoin the session, okay? Okay, go ahead.
Good afternoon to one and all. Am I audible to Ashmita? Ashmita, am I audible?
Okay. Apologies. Am I audible now?
Yes, now it's audible.
All right. So, okay. So is the webinar going on? Can we just continue?
Yeah, we can start.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. I cannot see Ashmita. Ashmita, you can switch on your video, please. Yeah. All right. Great. Apologies. I'm out of town, so it's a long weekend, so I was not at place. Okay. So go ahead, Ashmita. Introduce yourself.
Ashmita, I think your mic is in mute.
Is everything sorted out? I'm not able to hear you, Ashmita. Yes. Yeah,
Can you hear
perfect.
me now?
Yeah, sorry for the initial technical glitch. We can start. I'm not able to hear you. Please go ahead.
Hello.
Now we can hear you, Ashmita.
Go ahead, Ashmita. Introduce yourself. Are you able to hear me? Maybe you can directly use your computer. Are you using a laptop? Maybe you can disconnect the mic and directly use this.
Hello.
Is it possible? Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Hello.
I can hear you,
Hello?
Ashmita. Please go ahead. Introduce yourself.
Yeah. Sure. Okay. Yeah. Hello, all. I'm Ashmita. I'm from Mangalore, actually. I completed my engineering in 2018 in information science. Almost for 3 years, I worked at Amazon as a quality analyst. Later in 2021, I joined DataMites for a data science course. That is a little introduction about me, actually.
All right. So, So, what's your academic background, Ashmita? What's your graduation? What's your academic background? Fazana, I think she cannot hear me. Maybe you can be on the call and.
Yes. Yeah.
There's some-
Ashmita, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
No, I think it's problem with her mic. Maybe you can call her on the phone.
Yeah, yeah.
Then
Yeah,
you can guide her. Yeah. So Farzana, you can keep your computer loud so that she can hear through the phone if the speaker and mic is a problem, right? That way we can still continue with the session.
Sorry for the inconvenience. She has some technical issues in the laptop. She'll be joining in a couple of minutes.
All right, that's fine. I'll wait as well. Thank you. Hey, Farzana, are you in call with her?
Yes, yes, she's joining.
Okay.
2 minutes. Yeah. Bye.
Okay.
Um, Hello.
Yeah, Ashmita,
Hi.
you're audible now. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry for the delay.
No problem. It's a technical glitch from the
Yeah.
Zoom. All right, thank you very much. So thank you, everyone. We are starting like 15 minutes delay. Apologies for that. So we have Ashmita with us, who recently transitioned to data science career. And this session is about to learn her experience and understand the approach she followed in learning, job application, and other things. Ashmita, thank you very much. Introduce yourself briefly, your profile, and then we take it from there.
Yeah. Like basically, I'm an engineering in information science. After that, I joined Amazon as a process associate. For 3 years, I worked there. And in 2021, I joined DataMites for this data science course. Later in 2022, I joined Saga IT as a data analyst. That's about me.
Okay, so that's a very quick introduction. Thank you.
Yeah.
So I would like to learn a part of the background noise. I'm outside. I would like to know your learning process. What did you learn? You can take DataMites examples as well as your other materials you referred. That will be helpful.
Yeah, when I joined, literally, I had no clue about the things like regarding this data science. It was really helpful. Actually, it was a guidance to me in this path. I've most of the time I referred DataMites materials in classes, lectures, and all. Apart from that, I followed Krish Naik and Pre-Code Camp in YouTube channels, and also Kaggle, which helped me to learn the things more.
Okay, wonderful. So how long you're learning? How much time in terms of months you spend in your learning?
Uh, to land on a job, it took me almost like 1 year because that was a gap. I didn't know before completion of the certification, I could appear for replacements. So I completed my classroom training, internship, certification, then I appeared for these placements. So after that, I appeared for the 3 interviews, like in 3 companies, and landed on third one.
Okay, so that's good. So you have 2 experiences, actually 3
Yeah.
experiences to share. All right, before
Yeah.
jumping into the interview part, I would like to know a bit more about what's your sources for statistics, how strong you studied in statistics, or maybe I should ask, how was your statistics or programming knowledge before before you started data science, or maybe before you joined DataMites? Or were you a programmer before?
No, actually, after like completing engineering, I joined to a non-technical profile. So I had basic understanding of the programming, but I was not the programmer. I learned it after joining DataMites itself, and Python was very new to me that time.
How about statistics?
Yeah, even stats. Stats was a bit tougher part actually. Like through DataMites only, I've learned it. Now I'm following.
Okay, great. So, well, then that's good. So we can jump into the application strategy. What are the channels? I mean, I know that DataMites placement assistance team, PAT team helped you, but apart from that, have you also applied for other channels? Which channel you think was good in terms of data science jobs?
I was trying to get into in LinkedIn through LinkedIn actually, but it was not that helpful. Since I've got constant support and guidance from placement team, I felt it was easier to me to land on a job actually.
Okay, so you haven't applied through other channels. You were direct from.
Yeah,
Okay,
direct.
okay, then I'll jump into the first 2 interviews. What was your first interview? From which company you got the first interview?
It from first one from Quadgen, I guess. So it was like morning. I got to know there was an interview, and it was scheduled at 4 o'clock in the evening. So I was really nervous at that time because that was my first, and it was basically like there will be a questionnaire. You have to answer the questions while your video and the sharing the screen. So that was my first. I didn't clear in that.
Okay, so it's more like an automated kind of, and you also got a very short notice, isn't it?
Yeah, short
You
notice,
just,
but
yeah.
and also a bit nervous on the first.
I understand. I mean, I was nervous in my first job 20 years ago. So it happens to everyone. I mean, it's not really your first job, right? You've been working already with Amazon
Yeah,
for
yeah.
3 years.
Yeah. But into the technical
In
and
data
data science field.
Yeah, it's the first job. Okay. What was your learning? Apart from that, you said you could not clear the questionnaire. So what were the areas you were lacking, and how did you work on them?
Yeah, most of it I was lacking in ML part actually. It was a bit difficult to understand for me. So that was the area.
Okay. Is it me or Ashmita's internet issue? I cannot hear her. Farzana?
Yeah. Ashmitha's internet. Now it's fine.
Hello.
All right.
Yeah, go ahead.
Ashmita, please go ahead. What was the areas you were lacking was you
Hello.
said machine learning, right? Please go ahead.
Can you come again?
Yeah. So I was just trying to understand what was the areas of improvement in your first interview, and you said it was machine learning, and that's where we lost you. Are you able to hear me now? Yeah, the internet glitch.
Internet technical problem, I guess.
Yeah,
We can hear you. Ashmitha's network issue, I guess.
It makes this session more interesting. Everyone has a full attention because you only have, sometime it works. Apologies, everyone in this call. Farzana, maybe you can just call her and see if
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm back. Actually, some network issue.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, go ahead. So you're learning from your first interview. You said you're lacking in machine learning. So can you detail how did you work on it? Have you done any extra work to improve your machine learning? Now I'm sure it's not me. Farzana?
Yes, not you, sir. 2 minutes. I'm just calling.
Maybe you can make the call and connect. So there's Zoom also has a free India number. So someone has internet issue, they can directly call, and the video will not be there, but they can participate through telephone as well. See if that option works, Farzana.
Yes, I'm checking that. Yeah.
All right, we'll be on. We'll wait.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hey.
Yeah, audible.
Really sorry for this. I'm facing some
No.
network issues.
No problem. Maybe you can continue Is it a bandwidth issue or the connectivity issue, Ashmitha?
I'm not sure actually because I'm trying both with the Wi-Fi as well as the cellular network.
Okay.
It's cutting me off.
So next time, if it gets, if it has a problem, try to do without video. Now you can switch on the video. It's more better with video. If it has a problem, then we can go without video. All right. So that is clear, Ashmitha. So let's jump on to the next one. So what are the entry questions you've been asked in Sagar IT, the current employer of yours? I mean, the one which has given you a final offer. What were the questions being asked? Like, it's not like every question. What are the different areas being touched? Farzana, you can repeat the question to her if the speaker is a problem for her.
Ashmitha, are we audible?
No, I think so. Call her, and also we are not able to hear her. It's the same internet issue. All right, so we will try for another 5 minutes and see if I can get the the key information, whatever is helpful for our audience, and see how that works. You can just give a call. No issues. She can log in or she can try again. That's not a problem. We will wait. Hey, Ashmitha, you're back? Hello?
Ashmitha?
Yeah.
Maybe you
Okay.
can just turn off your video and you can just continue.
Let's do that.
Yeah. It's off.
Don't do the video, just speak, and that should be good enough. So, with Sagar IT, the one which has given you a final offer, what are the different kinds of questions? Like, how was the machine learning questions? Is there anything from statistics? Can you share the experience of your Sagar IT interview?
There were first round of interview was an assessment where I had to answer the SQL, general aptitude, and Python code snippet. And after that, I had a face-to-face interview with the CEO itself. There, it was mostly on Python and visualization tools, actually.
Okay, so was it what? I mean, obviously you learned Python just in a few months, right? How was it? How depth was? Is it from a data science perspective? How was the Python interview?
Like Python, not very deep into this data science, but he wanted to like test on how aware I was on general application of data science, like in like day-to-day use. And in Python, he asked me to explain any one ML algorithm. After that, his concentration was mostly on visualization, like Tableau and Power BI.
Okay, so it's mostly to know your knowledge, hands-on experience, or knowledge on machine learning, then more into visualization.
Visualization.
Okay, so what are the other things being asked apart from machine learning? Any questions from statistics, particularly from statistics? Okay.
No stats questions were there.
Okay. How much duration the interview lasts?
It was almost for 30 minutes.
Okay.
And it was like whenever I couldn't explain it much, he was giving me insights regarding that question itself.
Okay. So that's true. We do the same. Essentially, data science is more about, or machine learning, it's more about applied knowledge. No one is gonna ask you to write the syntax or stuff like that. So it's usually conceptual testing. If because even the people who work with me with 5 years of experience, we still use Google, frankly. I mean, so most of the things is conceptual, right? Even if you are 10 years experience in machine learning, you're gonna still look at the Google because you always get the new updated code snippets. So it's more about the concept, how the algorithm works, how to modify the data, how do you fit the data to the algorithm. So I understand his way of things. All right, great. So okay, what are the other? So well, your experience is kind of like straightforward. So you learned for some time, and there was a gap, and then you have attended 2 interviews, and then the third one you got through, and that too not much of machine learning. Which machine learning you explained? Can you just give me what machine learning you have chosen, and how did you explain, please?
I explained random forest. I actually felt that a bit easier for me, like understanding like ways. So I was little trembling before, like initially. So he got me into confidence, and he started like interacting along with me. So then I came to a flow, and I was like able to explain what I wanted to say.
Okay, so that's great. Yeah, Sagar IT has taken more than 5 people from us recently. So they've been taking in a larger volume. So I think they also have requirement, and the people who have a right foundation, they are actually willing to take. But in general, people try. I mean, if you're taking a machine learning interview, we will actually go in depth of one of the algorithms. Let's say we will talk about how does it work, then talk about how do you calculate Gini, what's the difference between Gini and entropy, how is it different from boosting algorithms. We will actually ask all these questions. But sometimes if there is requirements higher, which is not actually happening, I see a lot of other Fortune 100 companies as well. They're only testing the foundation. If you're good at foundation, you show the learning curiosity, you're good at high level understanding of machine learning. Usually what happened with you, the experience is the general experience for more than 60-70% of the interviews nowadays. All right. Okay, wonderful. So anything else you want to share with the people over here? Like what are the other things I mean, when you lost the first machine learning, first interview, what was your experience, and what are the things you prepared? A lot of people I hear that once they fail few interviews, they quickly go back, you know what, this is not my stuff, I'm not good enough. But you haven't done it. You kept attempting, and third attempt you succeeded. So could you explain your experience on that, please?
I've attended all these 3 interviews in a span of 15 days actually. So I didn't have much time to regret for this decision, because I had to prepare for the next one. So it was like whatever I couldn't answer, I concentrated on more on that, so that in the coming interviews I wouldn't be lacking in that perspective.
Okay, great. So well, every week, I think the DataMites team is getting about 30 to 40 interviews overall for the actively participating people. I see some people attend few interviews, and they actually kind of they don't try again, and they go back to, oh my God, I have to learn a lot, and they go into a learning mode, which actually I appreciate. But the thing is, they won't come back sometimes. And some people keep on attending interviews. There are people who cleared in 8th round, and they cleared for a very big company with the packages more than what they expected, right? Some people have dropped out in few attempts, and some actually got multiple offers in the first attempt itself in all the interviews. So this is something I have learned working with DataMites and the placement services DataMites. So there are easily 500,000 active jobs in India as on today, active jobs, right? So it's as Ashmitha said, it's about just attending interviews, attending more interviews, making notes if anything needs to be learned. If there is a mismatch of the profile, that's fine. But if anything that you could not answer, making a note, working on it. There are plethora of data outside in the market now. And also, if you're learning from DataMites, or you have a mentor, make sure that you have a structured approach to learn the things you missed out in your first phase of learning. And you keep doing this process. I can assure you, as from my experience, it takes about a few months before you crack you land into your first job. All right, Ashmitha, I do not have any further question. Your profile seems to be pretty straightforward. You're lucky, I would say.
Yeah.
A lot of people get grilled, but you're lucky. So I still appreciate, because this is what's happening in the market. So you have given the actual scenario to us. Thank you very much. I will open the channel for questions. I don't have access to all the channels, Farzana. If you have other channels, if you can see them. Let me know if there are any questions coming in there. And also audience in this webinar, please let me know if you have any questions. You can type it on the chat box. If you want to ask, raise hands. I will enable you to speak and then you can ask questions. So wait for another 30 seconds before concluding.
Is there a question? I couldn't access it actually.
Yeah, Arvind Singh, you can ask the question directly. You can unmute yourself and ask. Please go ahead. Arvind, I see your mic is unmuted, but we are not able to hear. If you are speaking, maybe you should check your mic. I have other people also raising hands. Let me also unmute them.
I'm audible?
Yeah, hi.
Good afternoon to everyone. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Arvind. Go ahead.
Yes, good afternoon. Sir, my question is that I have completed BTech in 2016 after 2-year gap, and 2018 I've taken admission in MTech. So in gap, is any difficulty in interview, sir?
I think Ashmita, I can answer this question.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll take it. All right. So Arvind, I mean, to be honest, whenever you have a gap, we try to probe, right? So that's
Yes.
what I do as an interview. It's one of our responsibility to see why did you take a gap, right? Some people come up with make up stories like, you know, they had
Yes.
some health issues and stuff, and this is
No.
a very common thing we hear. We don't really bother about it. So but I would say just tell the genuine reason. So if you lost a job or something happened, just say that it's okay. A lot of people lose jobs, or a lot of people take a break for family reasons or career ambitions, learning reasons, whatever. And then try to have at least 3 to 6 months of internship experience, some project experience in the data science field before you're applying, right?
Okay.
When you present your profile to the future potential employer, you should be telling that, hey, you know what, I have a year gap for whatever reason, with a genuine reason,
Yes.
right?
Okay.
And then you say, last 6 months, I've been working on this project, and no one really bothers about the gap if you present it in this way. Arvind.
Okay. Thanks, sir. My question is that if I attend the one interview, I hear asking this type of questions, ki why you gap taking in between. I said that ki I am teaching profession. Before 2016 to 2021, I teach taking class. Due to this reason, I have gap. So ask the question ki you in the field of the teaching, how you convert in the IT sector?
All right. So I have at least 25 members of my students who are all from teaching background. You can get the reference from DataMites. In past 2 years, people from associate professors, lecturers, who landed up to 20 lakhs plus salaries. Their previous salaries were less than 10 lakh, and they landed up within 8 months. So I see that market is more interested to take the people from technical and the academic profession, because you guys keep on learning. So the learning ability and teaching ability is really important in data science. To answer your question, actually, I see more people transitioning from the academic profile to a data science profile. So that's really an advantage for you. It's not a disadvantage. And you can simply say that. You can also say, you know what, I want to get into corporate. I want to have a higher salary. See, it's all about being really honest, right? One of the things people always think about in job interviews, like you should always show a rosy side of your profile, right? All the good things you have done, and try to hide the bad things. But you know,
Okay.
maybe that's true 10 years before. It's not true anymore. We like people who are straightforward. I even hired a person in my own company who said, what's your hobby? Sleeping. Like, why do you sleep? Because I'm lazy. I really loved it. And she is working with me for past 3 years now. All right. So
Okay.
being
I
straightforward
understand.
and just and also being straightforward doesn't mean that you say all irrelevant things. Say relevant things, and don't try to justify if something is bad in your profile, right? You just say, hey, what happened is happened. This is what it is. And try to come quickly to the internships and projects you have done and bring the focus on there. So it's more about a soft skill than your actual profile. You should practice it yourself with your friends, mock interviews before you attempt to the real interviews. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Very thank you, sir.
I have a question from Vivek. Vivek, you should be able to unmute and ask the question, Vivek. Please go ahead.
Hi, sir. I'm Vivek. Hi, sir. Hi, Ashmitha. I'm Vivek. Sir, my question is like, I've been done advanced AI certification in DataMites, sir. I was working as a data science intern in Mauri Tech since 1 year. So can I change myself to a better company, sir?
Yeah, Vivek, I think 1 year as intern is a little too long. It's a high time for you. So you should. It's not like can I would say you should do it. It's a very high time. So start applying aggressively. I think DataMites also provides for the older participants. I don't think there is any rules like that. Get in touch with the PAT team, especially you have a 1 year of experience, so it will help you in getting a better job with a better package. Just get started, Vivek. Okay.
Yes, sir. So like a placement will be provided from DataMites team, sir.
You can get in touch. I don't know if there is any. Farzana, maybe you can elaborate.
Yes. Yeah, you can just send a mail to Pat at DataMites. From there, we can just schedule for you mock interviews and assessments. From there, we can pick it up.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, sir. Okay,
Thank
sir.
you.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, so I have a question from the chat from Abu Bakar A. Turai. Hi, Abu. His question is, please elaborate on key data science techniques on your job. Ashmita, can you take it? Yeah. Key
Sure.
data science techniques. I mean, in terms of getting a job, it seems. Yeah.
Is it like it's on my current working scale, or is like a preparing one? What is he actually means?
I think he's asking general. I was not sure about the question as well. It's a bit open.
He want to regarding my job profile right now, I'm assigned to a Power BI project. So I'm part of it actually. So is it asking regarding that?
So he is asking about key techniques for job interview is what I think. Maybe I can take it, Ashmita. So
yeah,
yeah, correct. Okay, you apply on daily basis. So
yes.
Ashmita is for you. So you're in Power BI. So you're more into visual analytics, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll take this question. So essentially, when you have a machine learning or data science machine learning project, both are same. Sometimes we call it as machine learning project. Sometimes we call it as data science project. Essentially, machine learning is a key tool for data science, so we can use interchangeably. On a regular basis, what we do is we either go for classic algorithms like random forest or XGBoost or whatever. If the data is not complex, it's more a classification kind of algorithm. If it is more a large amount of data and the latency is less, we go for neural network. So this is the algorithm I'm talking about, right? And apart from that, algorithm itself is only 20% of your entire effort, choosing and training it. 80% effort goes into gathering the data, preparing the data. And we use a lot of techniques in it. So, I mean, I cannot just say a few here, but first we will look into the data type itself. And then we look into what are the key important features. Then we look into how do you transform a data into more normal distribution, because that gives you more efficiency in your machine learning algorithms. Then we understand, extract new variables. We do, if necessary, principal component analysis and related techniques. We look into the data bias, if you have bias, a lot of things. So we do it in that order. And there is no standard thing. Like there are a lot of blogs being written on the same, but there is no such standard way of doing things. Essentially, data preparation is about 70-80% of your work. 20-30% of your work is your data science modeling or machine learning modeling. Any other question? Okay,
Yeah,
so
there is one, like how you prepared for the company's assessments. Yeah, I would like to answer that.
go ahead.
I've been gone through like a few Google all the time for that interview questions, assessments, everything. There are a few sites also where you can try that MCQ questions. You can try that like W3 School or Code Camp something. There are many. You will whenever we try to search, no, you will get many of the options to attend the assessments. And for one minute. Yeah, and it depends on the company as well, the domain and the job profile, like type of the assessment. So for me, it was mostly aptitude, SQL, and Python. Uh, so it's good to have a like along with the classes. It's great. Like it's good to have a habit of going through the assessment questions, like whatever available in online, I feel.
Okay, so that's clear, Ashmita. All right, thank you very much. I have another question from Paul. Says most of the people are landing into analyst job. So Paul, from my knowledge, I see about at least 10-15 members switching their careers on a weekly basis. 80% people get a role of data scientist or machine learning. 20% get a role of data analyst, not the data analyst or analytics related roles. All comes under data science. Data science essentially has close to 25 different roles. So of which data analysts, visual analysts come under more on the functional side. So they do a less of coding, more of data analysis and visualizations. And a machine learning engineer, or sometimes they call it as data scientists themselves, they're more into ML modeling. So from my knowledge, it's about 80% job roles go into data scientists, about 20, sometimes 25% comes into data analysts. And this is as per the DataMites placements assistance team. But I also work with NASCOM. I work with CII from India. They are government bodies. So I do interviews for Fortune 100 companies. PayPal is one of my clients where we conduct interviews. We are tasked with getting 100 data science people for PayPal Global. So all of these are data science jobs, Paul. The best thing for you, Paul, is to just go into the LinkedIn and search for data science and analyst jobs. You see at least 125,000 active jobs in LinkedIn as on today, called as data scientist. So that's a segment which goes into coding and other things. But anyone who is landing into data analyst or also data science role, and if they're interested, they can internally move into the machine learning roles as well. All right, so yeah, it's I don't see any new questions. Farzana, do you see any new questions from other channels, please?
No,
I have
sir.
a question.
There is a question in chat.
One from Singh. Any questions such that interview provide PC and set show any algorithm? Yeah, I can answer this. Ashmitha definitely don't have it, so she's gonna say no. Am I right? Are we?
Yeah.
Okay. Very rare, Arvind. Very rare. And even if they do it, they want to see your confidence, not the code itself, right? So if someone is really speaking on the high level and they want to see whether this guy really does something what he says, they might do it. I would say less than 10%. So that's not actually what's happening now. And as I said before, without Google, I don't think any senior ML engineer is also doing coding nowadays. That's very common. I'm not interested as an employer, let's say, how much you remember. I'm interested how much concepts you have, the clear concepts and foundation, and how good are you in applying the concepts by Googling, by looking at other GitHub snapshot, code snippets, and getting the work done. So I'm really not interested whether you remember a block of code. That's a very old school thinking, Arvind. Okay, so answer is, I don't think people will give a PC and ask you to write. Vivek has a question. What are the rounds of interviews and what are the package that Ashmitha got? Okay, so I don't know if package is something, but it's around
It's
yeah, I can take it, Ashmita. So
Yeah.
essentially about 5 to 6 lakhs is a package people normally get. If you have few years experience, you will get more than that as a beginner. But I also have people like Beena who got a 33 lakhs package after being an assistant professor for about 9 years or something. And there are a lot of people who have 30 lakhs, 40 lakhs salaries as well. So essentially, you can double your existing salary if you already have 100% hike is very normal. There was like a couple of people who have done 2 weeks before the same success story. You can go back and check. They almost doubled or sometimes 200% of their previous salary. If you're a beginner, you can expect anywhere from 5 to 8 lakhs in Indian market. Vivek, okay? And you can get in touch with the placements team and they can provide you, without disclosing numbers, they can give you the high level information about the averages, medians of the different profile salary packages they got, okay? All right. Okay, I don't see any further questions. Thank you very much for everyone attending and making this knowledge sharing session more helpful. And thanks a lot for the people who asked questions, insightful questions. Thank you very much. Ashmita, thank you very much. Not everyone are comfortable sharing their success, but I believe that if you are successful, sharing makes it useful for others, and it actually pays back or even paying forward is really a good thing. So I request you to also motivate others, similar profiles, your friends, to get into this, because India has a potential to become a data science hub for the entire world, as we are for IT right now, right? We have a potential to become a data science and ML hub. It can it happens at the ground levels, not government of India putting some X amount of money to train people. That's not the organic way. The organic way is the people at the ground levels who are successful, spreading the word, taking time, and making others to understand, give confidence. Because people like me can say that, hey, it's easy. I have passed all of this. But people like you who just started the career, who recently transitioned, your words are more valuable because you actually, you started your career, and anything you say is very relevant for the people who are aspiring to become a data scientist. So thank you very much for your time. I wish you all the best in your new job.
Thank you, sir. And also, I want to thank DataMites and the placement team, because I called Fazana especially for n number of times whenever I had in doubt. So it was a constant support to land on this job. So I'm really thankful that I have chosen this course as well as the DataMites. So I'm really happy with the training I've received, actually.
I'm very glad to hear it. And I'm also glad to associate myself with DataMites. Very good job, Farzan and placement team. Thank you very much. All right, everyone. I wish you all the best in your journeys towards data science career. We are always available for helping you, whether you are a DataMites student or not. You can always reach DataMites for free questions, counseling, and other information. I wish you all the very best in your pursuit. Thank you very much. Have a good day.